Hello again, this is Robert Veach here. This is my video review of the Beelink brand, their SER5 Versatile Mini PC with an AMD Ryzen 5 5560U. Now, this is the box it came in. Really nice box. We're going to open it up and see what's inside. Very nice cardboard box protecting everything inside here. Let's just see what we have here. Here is the instruction manual, hard disk installation guide. This looks like an accessory pack. And here is the computer itself, all tucked away in plastic. We're going to open everything up and put it on the table here. So here is everything out on the table, so we can see what's included in that nice box. You have the unit itself, manual as I mentioned. You got the power adapter with the AC power there and the barrel connector on there. This goes to 120 volts, plugs into there. Has two HDMI cables, which is nice. Has a real short one and a longer one, so that you could mount this to your monitor and use the short one. Speaking of mounting, it has this piece right here that will mount to those two screws there, so you can mount it on your monitor, and it has some hardware to do that. It also has a specialized flexible cable that can be used to install an additional hard drive in the unit with instructions and an installation menu that you could scan right there, which is nice. So here's a nice close-up of the Beelink SER5, and this is a mini computer with 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, a 500 gigabyte NVMe SSD memory, mini desktop computer. It'll handle 4K at 60 Hz, two monitors, dual screen, has Wi-Fi 6E BT 5.2, and the operating system should be Windows 11 Pro that's installed on here. Now the outside of this thing is made out of really durable ABS plastic. We're going to show you close-ups of everything. But just going over the specs of this, the included DDR4 RAM offers greater integrity and lower power consumption, has faster read-write speeds with NVMe SSD, uses unique heat pipe with copper plate and large cooling mesh to dissipate heat better. It's all strong ABS materials I mentioned, and the Wi-Fi 6E supports faster and better connections, and it allows you to connect to two 4K monitors I mentioned. This is FCC, ROHS, and CE certified, and this company offers a 1-year warranty and full support 24/7. Just contact them on Amazon messaging system or go to their website. So this is a fast computer. I'm going to show you. This is the specs of the computer that my wife uses, and that's a full-size computer that's only a couple years old. So these things have come a long way. They're really amazing. This thing will will support software like Office, PR, AI, PS, CAD, etc. It'll support games like Dota 2, CS, Go, League of Legends, PUBG, GTA 5, etc. Powerful performance. Has a 6-core processor and an AMD Ryzen 5 5560U. The base operating frequency inside here is 4 gigahertz, which is crazy. That's what my wife's computer is. It supports 8 megabyte smart cache, stable and reliable performance. Has high storage capacity, that's 16 gigabyte DDR4 and half terabyte of the SSD in there. And you can even expand it as I showed. You could expand the DDR4 to up to 64 gigabytes if you want to. There's multiple interfaces on here. It has unique interface design with 2 HDMI, 2 USB 3.0 ports, 2 USB 2.0 ports, 1 Type-C data port, 1 DC jack port, 1 RJ45 for 1000 M port, 1 audio jack, and has a power LED, a power button, a reset button to meet your various needs. So let's take a look at what this looks like so you get a good idea of what you're going to be buying. Here's the front of the unit with the power. That looks like some kind of a reset there with a small pin. And here's the 2 USB ports, and there's the USB-C. I believe that's a data port, as they mentioned. Really stylish look. It's got these really fancy 3D looking plates on there. I just love the way that looks. You can see opening in here for the cooling. And they also notice on the side there's big openings for the cooling also. And look at the back right here. There's cooling there too to get that heat pipe exchanging the heat. There's the DC input. There's the LAN connection, the 2 USB ports, and the 2 HDMI ports right there. And there's more cooling there again. And on the bottom of the unit has that 2 mounting tap screws that you could use that included plate, and a nice rubberized piece right there. And they do tell you that you can press delete while you're booting it up to enter the BIOS, or press F7 to enter boot options menu. Now, one of the issues that some other units have, and not this unit, is that they don't properly cool. And when you're putting that much of a processor in such a small space as this thing, you got to properly cool. And that's why they're using that heat pipe technology, and that's why you see all these vents on here. So basically, this is a tuned system. And what I mean by that is these vents, the speed of the fan, which is regulated, and that heat pipe, which is on the processor, it's all tuned so that it flows out of here really evenly. We're going to be testing that with a temperature probe on the surface, and we're also going to be testing the air temperature once I start this up and run some programs. So here I have it hooked up. I haven't powered it yet. And I have a keyboard, basic mouse that plugged into the back of the USB ports. And I have an audio out going to just a basic Bluetooth player so we can get some sound. And we're ready to power this up, and I have a monitor connected using the HDMI connection on the back of the unit. So we're going to power the unit up right here. I see an LED come on. You can see the screen says Beelink on there. And we got the Windows symbol, and now it's asking us to set up all the accounts, and we're going to go through and do that. So right now it's checking for updates because we did connect to our Wi-Fi network. Now it's asking us to review the license agreement. So they're asking how would you like to set up the device, whether it's personal or for work or school. Is that a Microsoft account? Hit the next button. We're going to enter in our account name, sign in. Now we've logged into our account with Microsoft, and now we're going to create a PIN for logging into the computer. So if you're restoring from another computer, you have a choice to pick in that, or you can set this up as a new device. And now there's various privacy settings that you could choose. Go through the list. And they're having you customize your experience. You can click the various options you want. So you have an option to back up your files to OneDrive. It's up to whether you want to have this synced to your PC or not. So now it's checking for updates. So far I'm impressed how fast this has been running. And this is running totally cool, the processor itself. And it hasn't even kicked on any additional fans. And we're going to test the heat of it once we run some programs on here. So the computer is running really fast. The scaling of the monitor is a little off. You can see on the edges there because this is an old monitor, and you won't have that issue. It's a little bit smaller than most monitors, but it's all I had for this review. But you can see how fast it scrolls through Facebook. It's instantaneous. There's no lag whatsoever. And I'm not doing gaming or anything, so the fan isn't going to kick on. But if we're gonna try and run a couple of videos at the same time to load it down a little bit. Okay, so I've got 12 videos playing at the same time. That's why it sounds crazy. So I'm just doing a load test, and you can see that they're playing those videos, and we still have instantaneous responses going through the menus. These are all my reviews. It sounds crazy, but it's really showing how fast this computer is. I mean, I don't think I could load it down with just videos. So that's why it can handle gaming, because it's a very powerful computer, very small profile. So I'm going to let this run, and I'm going to do some thermal tests next. So let's do some thermal tests right here. Since I'm loading this down with so many videos, I can't even hear the fan, to tell you the truth. It's so low. So in terms of air temperature on the computer itself, 77 degrees. My room temperature is about 74, 75. 81 on this side right here. So this is an output port of the fan. It's running really cool, which is pretty impressive. I'm going to take some air temperature readings. Take a look right at the output port right there where the heat pipe is on the left side right here as we're loading it down. I mean, it's running cool. I mean, that's 66 degrees, just like the room. I have my thermostat on the house low. I mean, the temperature of this thing, the air temperature is only 72 degrees coming out of the device. It's unbelievable. And I can't even hear this fan. I have to put a microphone right up to it. But so it's obviously not loaded down with me running all these video files. And still having totally fast mouse connection and whatever I want to get on the screen to work. It's instantaneous. You see how fast I can drag this across. You can see how fast I can drag anything across. Processor is not being loaded down with all these different videos on here. It's not even affecting the temperature. I can just keep playing more and more videos. Keep adding to the list. So that's a basic example of how powerful this is. Instantaneous moving of the mouse. It loaded quite nicely, Windows 11, beautifully, and it's playing videos as much as I can load this down. And thermally, this computer is running ice cold perfect. So I just want to show you, when you go to the system, you can see that it does say Beelink, has AMD Ryzen 5 5560U, Radeon graphics, and it has the RAM, 16 gigabyte, device ID, 64-bit operating system. So it's the real deal. And you see it's Windows 11 Pro version 21H2 as when it was installed, build. So, and that shows you that it really is that processor, it really is that operating system that they're saying in the listing. So after testing, what do I think about the Beelink SER5, the versatile mini PC with the AMD Ryzen 5 5560U? And as I demonstrated, this thing is fast, totally cool running. There's no heat, I can't even hear the fan, and the operating system Windows 11 installed seamlessly. And as I was demonstrating, I have the sound turned off now. All these videos I could play at the same time and still get instantaneous responses on the browser. Very, very fast computer. I'm totally impressed, and very, very cool running mini PC. And again, with that included mount, you can put this on the back of a monitor and be all set with a really small profile system. So I'm going to give this product a full 5-star rating. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to alert you new video uploads. And if you thought this review was helpful, please hit the like button. There'll be ordering links in the information and comment section of this video review. Please use those links when you order this product to help support this channel. I hope this video review helped you with your buying decision. Thank you for watching.